Hey, this is Dylan Villain from The Wild, and you're watching Tattoo.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mischievous Mel at day 2 of Welcome to Rockville, and I am here with The Wild for Rockville Radio on the Edge, and you are?
I'm Dylan Villain with The Wild.
I love it. Love the name.
Yeah, thank you.
Love the name, love the ink.
Thank you.
But before we get into ink, I want to hear about the music, because we were just talking about, he's all, I'm sorry, I'm dirty. I wouldn't expect anything less, because you just stepped off stage.
You didn't know how I meant that, though. I could have been apologizing preemptively for, the way I'm going to act or...
Oh. I've been speechless twice, and one was a genitorture interview, and I didn't know my safe word.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
But I am quite dirty. It's it's hotter than hell here. We actually just drove 24 hours straight from Canada and went right on stage. And we were held up at the border for a while. That got a little interesting. So we're there for about a week waiting. And we got through, and we literally were like, what do we have time for? We have time to drive straight to Jacksonville, Florida from Toronto and go right on stage. And that's what we did. And now I'm here. I literally just got off, and I'm here with you, and it's great. And I'm having a fucking great time.
First off, I got to say, and I'm not a Canada hater, but dear Canada, please let the musicians blue, please.
Actually, it's not Canada that stopped.
Oh, it was us? Fuck you.
Hey, we're here now. It's the most important thing.
Hey, to be fair, we got stopped at the border coming on a festival one time, searched, dogged, everything.
Yeah, you never know. It's a roll of the dice.
It is. I think they saw us and they were like, that's trouble, let's do it.
Yeah, could be.
I'm saying. But I like the attitude. You guys got that aggressive, your attitude reflects in the music. I have not yet seen you live, but I've seen the music. And it's that reflection of fuck this, let's balls to the wall, real hard.
Yeah.
You're committed, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I've said this a lot, and I'll stand by it through and through, but I feel like the industry in general has really forgotten what rock music's supposed to sound like. I'm not saying that other genres of music or other styles of rock or metal are bad. I'm not saying that. What I am saying, though, is what I hear being called rock music nowadays, it sure shit doesn't sound like rock and roll to me. So, we're just here to do what we know how to do and what we believe in and what we're trying to be known for and all of that, because if somebody isn't, carrying the torch for this thing, this hard rock sound, this real rock and roll sound that's been so great to me my whole life, and a lot of other people that I know have been, listening to it for years and years, if somebody doesn't do it, who is? So why not us?
I fucking love that, the raw, the real, and I agree with you. We've watered everything down, and to me, as I'm seeing it as a product. What does your outfit look like? How good is your, it's a product, but it's not a product of music. It's a product of, it's the visual. This is what you're gonna do. You're spoon-fed this, and then we're spoon-fed everything on the radio, so people are not getting the chance to hear real bands.
Yeah, there's
different bands.
There's not a lot of championing the up-and-comers anymore. I feel like they get this pool of what they know works and what they know is safe, and they don't, the DJs don't have the ability to say, like they used to at one point, be like, hey, this is this new great band, I love them, you should all love them, and they're coming up and they're carrying the torch for, in place of this band or that band and this band with the same sort of style or just attitude, and rather than give that whole new wave a shot, you just end up, here's another song from these guys, here's another song from that guys, or, which is even worse, and I'm not hating on my idols or the bands that inspired me the most growing up, but you just hear Hotel California 30 times in a row, and it's like, I love the Eagles, I love that song, but if I wanted to hear it, I'd put it on. So where is the room for the whole new wave of rock bands to grow?
Can I just tell you, all of that, I agree with 1,000%, and you'll be happy to know that we just purchased the Edge Radio, and the reason being, it is internet-based, the reason being is because I believe there's a turning right now. All of the 80s bands that were influenced in there they're good bands, but their time is over. It's 2018. So now all the 90s bands are stepping up to where the 80s used to be, filling that gap, and then there's this gap. But we are allowed to say, because it is internet, I can say I don't care how many likes you have or where, you know, if you don't suck, I want you to be heard.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. There's a lot of great music out there not being heard, and really deserves a shot to be heard. But let's face it, nowadays, you got to make your living, and you got to make your name on the road. You know, what's what we do. You know, we're road dogs through and through because that's what we know works, and that's what works for everyone nowadays. You just got to do it. You got to be ready to tour all the fucking time and go at it and be away and go through all the ups and downs that come along with that. Look at what we just started the story off saying is we just drove 24 hours here, didn't sleep, and went right on stage. And
So
you know,
you're kind of having a nightmare standing next to me, right?
absolutely not. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm thrilled to be here. Anytime that anyone wants to talk to you about your band, that's a good thing, and you shouldn't complain. And if you do, you're doing it wrong.
See, and on the other side of that, we get sent a lot of music. So it's like when we look at this stuff, it's not like I just grab and listen to anything. I have to have some sort of like, that caught my eye. That's fucking awesome. That I want to hear.
Yeah, I agree, because there's so many bands now, and you know the internet's a great thing, but it's also oversaturated the market, so to speak, to the point of like you got to do something above and beyond to really make the impact. Otherwise, yeah, like I'm guilty of it too. Like if something doesn't catch me in like 15 seconds, I'm like, you know, what else is there? Because there's just so much to listen to.
I liken it too. This is what it was when video killed the radio star. MTV was fucking amazing, but the minute we started doing that, a lot of bands, it became a product. It became what it is.
Yeah. Well, the internet's. If video killed the radio star, what did the internet do to the music industry?
And this conversation could go on for fucking hours, but since you don't have hours and you did just step off stage, I'm gonna make it a little bit less painful for you and move on to tattoos,
Sure.
And then I'm gonna let you get a rest and a drink like you
I
deserve.
appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
I love it all. So you tell me. Well, let's start here and we'll go from here.
Yeah. So.
If you don't mind me aggressively ripping your clothes
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Where are we starting here? Where are we looking? Pardon all my chest hair. Let's see.
That just means you're a real man.
Yeah.
That's all that means.
This stomach rocker is so old, and old. Oh, yeah, that's okay. I got that when I was like, I want to say like 18 years old. I was real young. You know, a bit of a street hood, tough guy, and wanted a tough tat stomach rocker on my stomach. So I got the old English respect. All fucking gangster and shit. And just kind of recently, I did this GDWB. Stands for Goddamn Wild Boys. Above it, I got it on my ring too. And that's, just our crew, the Wild Crew, all the guys that work for us and back home, all that good stuff. So showing some love to them. I just got this traditional eagle not that long ago on the road. This skull I had done years ago. I just had it redone. One of my favorite tattoos, actually. Actually, I'll show you my favorite tattoo.
Yeah.
This one right here.
Do you want me to hold some stuff for you?
You gonna hold my sweaty towel? There you go.
Won't be the worst thing I've done.
You'll like this one right here. Rest in peace, techno.
That's fucking awesome.
And then as I got older, I was gonna cross it out and write dubstep or something, keep it current, but it's the same shit,
Or did you run out of space doing
Yeah,
that?
there you go. No, I love tattoos. Got road dogs on my bottom knuckles, keeping it real with all my people putting in work on the road. Rock and roll on my knuckles. You can't see them because my rings are there, but I assure you that's what it says. This wolf is our patch. My hand. One of my best friends in the miss him dearly. Dustin Bones did a lot of my tattoos. He did my cat and my wolf. Cool cat, my badass wolf. And he's no longer with us, so I immortalized this tattoo as being our band's patch. And it's on lots of our stuff shirts. I got a Skullvis here. This was an Elvis portrait at one time, and I turned it into a Skullvis.
I love it. That's probably one of the best Elvis tattoos I've ever seen.
It's cool, right? Got the TCB right by it. What else? I don't know, man. I got my hometown area code I grew up in, 807 on my neck. Shout out to everybody back home in the 807. I love you guys. Thanks for always holding me up so high. And I don't know, man. Wild at Heart on my neck. That was something I actually had before the band was even started. And when we were naming the second record, we didn't know what to name it. And then we're in the studio and somebody was like, what about that? What about Wild at Heart? And I was like, oh, right, I got that tattooed on my neck. And then I immediately kind of knew the direction I was going to take with the album art and all that, and it just sort of worked super quick. So that was pretty cool. That was fun. Yeah.
I love it. I mean, not that you got like a lot of space left, but did you plan on getting any more?
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard when you're touring because, as you can see, I'm fucking dripping in sweat. So you don't want to be doing that. But yeah, absolutely. I got my front filled. When we get home from Europe, I think I have like a 2-week gap where I'm not back on the road. So we're gonna knock that out. We're gonna do my back. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of just running out of, just filling gaps right now, you know. But my back's open, so I'm gonna knock that out.
Any ideas of what you want, or is it gonna be a spread?
Do my patch, do our patch, my whole back.
That'll be fucking badass.
It will be.
And so, and you already shouted out any other tattoo artists that you might want?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of homies. Heather, one of my best friends, Heather LaFave, Otis Tattoo. Check her out. Chris Anton and his wife Ricky Kay, amazing tattoo artist. Benny Hanya. You know, all the homies down at Classic Tattoo in Red Deer in Canada. Canada's got some amazing tattoo artists. And I'm just been hanging out in the scene for so long and being friends with them. Rock and roll and tattoos have always gone hand in hand. So got a lot of good friends in the industry, a lot of great artists. And yeah, we're actually headlining a tattoo festival back home in Canada. So we'll see all you guys there. But anyone who's, you know, my homie who's tattooed me, I love you, I miss you. Thanks for the great work. Everybody check them out.
Well, thank you, sir, and thank you for taking the time out because you deserve a break. But before then, stay tuned because they're gonna fucking kill it, and they're coming to a stage near you, and check them out.
Cool.